Xi Jinping is one of the most important and influential political leaders in the modern world. As the president of China and the leader of Chinese Communist Party, he helped shape the direction of China in the 21st century. His life story is filled with hardship, political struggle, ambition, and power. Xi Jinping was born on June 15 in 1953 in Beijing, the capital city of China. He was born into a family that already had strong political connection. His father, Xi Zhongxun, was an important revolutionary leader and one of the founders of Communist China. Because of his father's position, Xi Jinping grew up in a privileged environment during his early childhood. At that time, China was still a young communist country, led by Mao Zedong. The government controlled almost every part of life, and politics affected every family in the country. As a young boy, Xi Jinping attended good school in Beijing and lived a comfortable life. His peaceful childhood would not last long. In the 1960s, China entered one of the most difficult periods in its history, the Cultural Revolution. In the 1966, Mao Zedong launched the Cultural Revolution, a political campaign meant to remove people considered enemies of communism. During this time, millions of families suffered persecution, violence, and humiliation. Xi Jinping's family became one of the targets. His father was accused of political crime and removed from power. He was arrested and imprisoned for many years. Because of this, Xi Jinping and his family also suffered greatly. Xi Jinping was already a teenager when his life suddenly changed. He was bullied, questioned, and treated badly because of his father's political problems. Some reports say that even saw public humiliation and violence during those chaotic years. At the age of 15, Xi Jinping was sent away from Beijing to work in a poor rural village called Linjiap in northern China. Like many young people during the Cultural Revolution, he had to leave the city and learn from farmers. Life in the village was extremely difficult. Xi Jinping lived in a cave house, carried heavy loads, and worked long hours in field. There was little food, little comfort, and almost no modern technology. He later said that these years helped him understand the struggles of ordinary people. Despite these hardships, Xi Jinping did not give up. He tried several times to join Communist Party. Because of his father's political situation, he was rejected many times. Eventually, he was accepted into the party in 1974. After the Cultural Revolution slowly began to end, China started reopening universities. Xi Jinping was able to attend the famous Tsinghua University in Beijing. He studied chemical engineering. Although politics remained his main interest, going into university was an important step in his life. It allowed him to reconnect with the political world and build relationships that would later help his career. After graduating, Xi Jinping worked in government offices and slowly entered politics. Unlike some leaders who rise quickly, Xi spent many years working in local positions across different parts of China. This helped him gain experience and build a reputation as a careful and disciplined official. During the 1980s and 1990s, Xi Jinping worked in several provinces, including Hebei, Fujian, and Zhejiang. He spent years managing local governments, economics, development, and party affairs. At the time, China was changing rapidly. Under leaders like Deng Xiaoping, the country opened its economy and became more connected to the world. Factories grew, cities expanded, and millions of people escaped poverty. Xi Jinping became known as a particular leader who supported economic growth while remaining loyal to the Communist Party. He also developed a reputation for discipline and anti-corruption efforts. In 2007, Xi Jinping became the Communist Party leader in Shanghai, one of China's largest and most important cities. This role brought him national attention and made many people believe he could become China's future leader. The same year, he joined the Politburo Standing Committee, the highest decision-making group in China. This was one of the final steps before reaching the top Chinese politics. In 2012, Xi Jinping officially became the General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party, making him the most powerful political leader in China. In 2013, he also became President of China. At the beginning of his leadership, many people wondered what kind of leader he would become. Some expected him to continue economic reform and open China more to the world. Others believed he would strengthen political control. Xi Jinping quickly showed that he wanted a stronger and more powerful China. He launched a major anti-corruption campaign, saying that corrupted officials were damaging the country and the Communist Party. Thousands of government officials, military officers, and party members were investigated or punished. Supporters praised the campaign for fighting corruption, while critics argued that it was also used to remove political rivals. Under Xi Jinping, China continued to grow into global superpower. The country invested heavily in technology, infrastructure, trade, and military strength. One of Xi's biggest international projects was the Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013. The project aimed to build roads, railways, ports, and trade connection across Asia, Africa, Europe, and other regions. Xi Jinping also promoted the idea of Chinese Dream, which focused on national strength, prosperity, and the revival of China as a world power. During his leadership, China became more influential in global political and economics. Chinese campaign expanded worldwide, and China became a major player in international trade and technology. However, Xi's leadership also brought criticism from many countries and human rights organizations. Critics accused his government of increasing censorship, limiting freedom of speech, and tightening political control. One of the most important moments of Xi Jinping's leadership came in 2018. China removed presidential terms limit from its constitution. Before his change, Chinese presidents usually served only 2 terms. The removal of term limit means Xi Jinping could remain in power for much longer. This decision led many people to compare him to early powerful Chinese leaders like Mao Zedong. She also strengthened the role of Communist Party in Chinese society. Under his leadership, the party gained great control over business, media, education, and technology companies. Many supporters inside China believe Xi Jinping brought stability, economic progress, and national pride. They see him as a strong leader who helped China become more respected internationally. At the same time, critics worry too much about power has become concentrated in one leader's hand. Like every world leader, Xi Jinping faced major challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. The virus was first identified in the Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019. China responded with strict lockdowns, travel restrictions, and mass testing. At first, these measures helped reduce infection inside the country. However, the long lockdowns later caused friction among many cities. The long lockdown later caused frustration among many citizens and affected the economy. The pandemic also increased international tension, as many countries questioned China's early handling of the outbreak. Even during difficult times, Xi Jinping remained firmly in control of the government and continued promoting China's role as a global power. Xi Jinping married Peng Liyuan in 1987. Peng Liyuan is a famous Chinese singer and performer who was already well known in China before she became president. The couple has one daughter, Xi Mingzi, who has mostly stayed away from public attention. Xi Jinping is known for keeping his private family life very secret. Like many Western political leaders, Xi rarely shares personal details publicly. He carefully controls his public image and is usually seen as serious, disciplined, and formal. Today, Xi Jinping remains one of the world's most powerful leaders. His decision affected not only China's 1.4 billion people, but also the global economy and international politics. Supporters say he helped reduce poverty, modernize China, strengthen the military, and increase national pride. Under his leadership, China became more technologically advanced and economically powerful. Critics argue that political freedom have become more limited and the government has increased surveillance and censorship. No matter how history judged him, Xi Jinping's influence on modern China is enormous. From a teenager boy working in a poor village during the Cultural Revolution to the leader of the world's second largest economy, his journey is one of the most remarkable political stories of modern times. Xi Jinping's life reflects many parts of China's modern history: revolution, hardship, economic growth, and the rise of global superpower. His story continues to shape the future of China and the world.